great philosopher once said, "The power of love is a curious thing. Makes one man weep, makes another man sing." And you think once you've fallen in love once, it'll never, ever happen again. Until it does. Until you find someone, something so different, so unique, something that speaks to the weirdness inside of you, that speaks to that part of your soul that can't be put in a box. Part of your soul that needs to get out, reach out, and be a part of the bigger universe. Then you fall in love all over again. And I'm in trouble, lads. I've fallen in love with that. This is a 2023 Ural Gear Up. As you can see, it is no ordinary motorcycle. 750cc boxer twin sidecar. Ta-da. It's ugly, it's awkward, kind of slow, but short of internal mechanical failure, it's entirely unstoppable, just like me. Take a closer look. I hate to say stop what you're doing and go look at someone else's YouTube channel, but one of my favorite motorcycle channels, Fort 9, Mr. Ryan F9 did a fantastic Ural Gear Up walkthrough overview. Really informative, very entertaining. I recommend you watch it. And it's entirely true. I agree with everything, just about everything this guy says. But look at this. Look at this. 19-inch hide-now tires. They come with, you can get a couple of different versions of it, but it's the like 4-inch wide off-road big knobbies, front, rear, sidecar, the spare wheel sitting over a trunk. Who doesn't love a big fat trunk? Need both hands for this. I'm hoping that doesn't fall off. Little lever on the side. You can fit 2 full-faced helmets in here or a week's worth of groceries. But it comes with a pretty comprehensive toolkit. As with all motorcycle toolkits, you'll want to adapt and improve and add some of your own. I haven't done this yet. But it comes with a great toolkit and more storage and a whole tub that you can stick a whole friend, family, dog in. All that. The controls you expect like any other motorcycle. You've got clutch, front brake, throttle, start switches, an accessory switch for the spotlights up front, but this also has a parking brake. That's pretty neat. Parking brake has its own independent caliper or independent piston on the rear brake caliper. It's back down here, and it's adjustable and it's totally independent of this. So you can accidentally try and drive off with the parking brake still engaged. Don't do that. That's bad. But heel toe shifter and a Kickstarter. I haven't been able to get the Kickstarter to work yet, but I'm going to call that a skill issue. It's a fuel-injected bike. It actually does have fuel injection on it. I haven't been able to get the Kickstarter to work yet, but I've never tried to kickstart a motorcycle before this one, so who knows what I'm doing wrong. It comes with jerry can for gas or water, not both, and comes with a tiny camp shovel. This version, it also comes with what's called a tonneau cover. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. That can close all of this off. The windshield and skirt are an option, but options that I got, or rather options that came on this because I bought it used, were this light, this rack, or rather this light protector, this rack, this rear light protector, this heavy duty over the wheel luggage rack, this rear light protector. They call these snow guards, mud guards. That's metal. It's metal, and this is a factory color. This is one of the colors you can get the Ural in. The previous owner decided not to get this in the same Rainier white, but whatever. But yeah, metal fairing with windshield, heavy duty handguards, and then this nose rack. Oh, also, this bumper and that bumper. But what makes this so different, besides just being a sidecar? Two things. One, let's see, down in here, this lever right here. Now, I have locked this drive shaft. I've locked this drive shaft and sends power to the sidecar wheel. Notice something is missing. There's no differential. So when you put it in two-wheel drive, both of these wheels spin at the same rate, which makes it really hard to turn. Drastically improves traction. I've gotten this stuck in the mud and immediately got out, forwards and backwards. But trying to turn with that is almost impossible. It lets you do some really wicked donuts, and I'm just waiting for the first opportunity of snow to do that. Another thing, talked about reverse. It's got a reverse gear. When you put it in neutral, it the little neutral indicator pops up, and then this lever here, push it down, you'll hear it kind of click through, and it puts it into neutral, or I'm sorry, puts it into reverse, and then you can actually run this bad boy backwards, and then you got your usual front brake pedal. Each cylinder has its own fuel injection and throttle body. Here's that parking brake I was telling you about. Typical high and low beams, horn, turn signal, and then your instrument display. I don't know how to describe how much I enjoy riding this motorcycle. Not because it's fast. Oh yeah, this crash guard also didn't come with it. I enjoy it not because it's fast, not because it's easy to control, because it's not, but because it's weird. And when I'm riding it, I have the confidence to go wherever I want. Absolutely wherever I want. Nigh unstoppable. Some things that Ryan, Mr. F9, might talk about in the video is how it steers. So when you're on the throttle, because the sidecar, the only wheel doing the pushing is the one in the back. So when you're on the throttle, the sidecar kind of drags a little bit. So it makes you kind of want to drift to the right. So you have to kind of always push a little bit to the left. And when you are decelerating, the side, and you let off the throttle, the sidecar wants to keep going and will actually kind of drift you to the left. So you kind of want to pull a little bit to the right. When you steer it hard to the left, especially at higher speeds, that sidecar nose will dive down and might actually even ground out a little bit. When you're going along, when you steer it hard to the right, the whole thing leans, and this sidecar might actually come up. It's called flying the chair. I've only done it once so far, accidentally. It's a really strange experience. I've watched people do it over and over again with great confidence on YouTube. They just say, you just kind of have to do it on purpose and get used to how weird that is so you don't freak out. This thing doesn't accelerate terribly fast. It doesn't slow down terribly quickly. But it goes. It just goes. Like what more do I want? I took a friend out in the sidecar for lunch yesterday on a cold day. I was like, hey, get in the car, loser. We're going to go get some lunch. And they ran out, helmet, hopped right in. And then we both got to enjoy riding around on a lovely, lovely Sunday afternoon. With the parking brake off, and in neutral would help. But 750 pounds, almost 800 pounds, something like that, more or less. But you can move it around pretty easily. Like pushing a car, you know? But that 750cc engine, it's only a 4-speed. Technically a 5-speed if you count reverse, but it's only a 4-speed. And you really don't want to plow this thing at super fast, you know, more than like 55, 60. This thing is really comfortable running at about 55 with 2 people in it. I'm not going to say you can do it all day, but this is definitely a backroads motorcycle. This is not a highway interstate motorcycle. But people have, just take your time with it. If motorcycles had opposites, I would say this is the opposite of my 2014 Honda Valkyrie F6C. Valkyrie is a flat 6, super smooth, graceful, dances with you on the highway. It's a boat, but it's a fast boat. This is a donkey. Donkeys have their own opinions. Not very fast, strong as hell, but donkey's gonna do whatever it wants to do. Not to say that this is entirely uncontrollable, but everything you know about riding motorcycles, you're gonna need to adjust for riding a sidecar rig. But it's worth it. You would never think that a motorcycle rider would want to, you know, go out on a snow day, want to ride in the snow. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh yeah, another thing, before I forget. I want to thank the great people of Kissel Motorsports, or Kissel, hope I'm pronouncing it right, Kissel Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, for the phenomenal deal of that I got on this Ural motorcycle. They are a Ural dealer. They are a BMW dealer. They're like an hour and a half east of Pittsburgh, in the middle of Pennsylvania. But let me say, I got a deal good enough on that motorcycle that it was worth me driving 4 hours each way to go and test drive it and sign the check. So Kissel Motorsports, one of the top 10 BMW motorcycle dealerships in the United States. Worth the drive, for sure. Tell them Bobcat sent you. So the last question, ultimate question is, why would anybody with any common sense want a dubiously reliable, difficult to control, slow donkey costing upwards of $30,000? Why would anyone want that? Great question. To which I say, look at it. Just look at it. This machine isn't for everybody. It's probably not for you, but it's definitely for me. Do I still have my Valkyrie? Boy, do I. And I love to ride it. And it's an incredible difference between riding this and riding that. It makes that feel even more graceful, even faster. It's great. I love it. I love it. Again, this is sort of the opposite bike of the Valkyrie over there. But yeah, so look for some more Ural content, because I want to get into some trouble with this. So hope you are safe and well fed wherever you are. I wish you mucho amor, and check out that video on the Fortnite channel about the Ural Gear Up. It's a great video, comrade. I'll see you out there. Good luck.